I spent 100 days in Yaoling Mythical Journey. It is a creature collecting fantasy RPG game where we embark on a journey with our companions, the Yaolings. And our goal is to maybe save the world from these demon lords as well as defeating all the school of Yaoling keepers. So, without further ado, let's begin this adventure. After being woken up by my sister in the game, I was reminded that today was the day I'll be officially becoming a Yowling Keeper. Firstly, I was given the option to design my character, so I just put on black hair and a blue garment. I then went to find the master, and after speaking with the master, he gave me three choices on what Yaoling I should choose. I chose Bongo right here. He looked the coolest among the three, and he had like a long ass sword. Immediately, the master wanted me to try out the new Yaoling I had. So I summoned Bongo on the battlefield, and he initiated battle with this rabbit archer right here. So in this game, you're given a talisman, and with this talisman or this minor seal talisman, you can capture more Yaolings to join your team. So I used the minor seal and captured the Bunbo. That's the name of this Yaoling. I was also given three other Yaolings to accompany me on my journey. We have a Bunbo right here, we have a Bula, and a Loom right here. So both Bongo and Puffin will be our DPS, and Loom will be our healer, while Bula is our tank. So before heading out in our journey, our sister visited us again to congratulate us, as well as say our farewells. I encountered my very first Yaoling in the wild and initiated combat. So I placed down all my Yaolings and initiated the battle. And we emerged victorious. I continued fighting a lot of random Yaolings that I find in the field because I needed the experience so we can get stronger. I then tried capturing this one Yaoling that was already level 3, and I successfully caught it without even trying to fight it. Anyways, the grind continues, and my Yaolings are very strong, I guess, compared to their enemies. Here I fought a Yaoling I never encountered yet. It's a Moose Strike. It's an assassin type Yaoling, which blinks to the back once they have enough mana to cast their skill. So in this game, when you're in combat, you can assist your Yaoling using seals. For this one, I just used the minor seal to capture one. And for the other seals, there are various effects depending on what kind of seal you have. And as you can see, this assassin type Yaoling is very good for killing like low HP enemies. So this game has things like these spirit shrines where you can save, restore your SP, and also arrange or add more Yaolings to your part. For now, I just added everything I had because, you know, I still have like 2 extra slots. This is also the part where I noticed that each Yaoling has talents. So the blue one is like, I guess, a plus, but the gray one is like something that's negative. Purple would be an epic one, and the yellow would be legendary. Anyways, I talked to Ling right here, and he gave me about 10 free flame talisman. And with this talisman, I can now assist my Yaolings. I can attack the enemy Yaoling. I then went to this area right here, which was marked by my sister, that most of these NPCs need help and they will live in our village once we save them. For now, we have one right here that was in trouble, that was being threatened by a demon. Yes, there are demons in this game. And these demons are very powerful. They have like enhanced stats that are all 5 stars or above. And these demons cannot be captured as stated here on the gameplay tip. Anyways, let's start our first battle with a demon in the game. It wasn't as strong as I expected, but maybe because like we have a party of 5 plus we were already level 3 and above and the demon was just level 1. Anyways, we saved Kaoli and she said she'll be moving in the village. We just need to make her shop and we can use the cooking function. Anyways, the grind continues and I encountered a raccoon. It's a raccoon with a rock. That's why it's called a raccoon. Haha. I then found a raccoon with a shotgun talent. So I decided to capture this thing. Not even sure if I would add it to my team, but might as well add it to the collection, right? Yeah, sometimes it fails. I didn't manage to get it. I'm sad. It was this time in the game that I discovered that there are actually shiny Yaolings. Like this thing right here. You can see it sparkle, right? Each shiny has their own unique skill. This one has the Retaliate SE. I'm not understanding what SE means. So since it's our very first shiny encounter, I'm surely gonna capture this thing and add it to the team because it looked like his talents are pretty good. Alright, we got him. Let's go. Ever since I knew that there were talents in the game, before I initiate battle, I always check the enemies if they had any talented individual. It became something I do most of the battles, so I know that I'm not wasting a singular Yaoling that might have legendary talents. Anyhow, this is our first encounter with this porcupine-like Yaoling, which has thorn armor. Alright, there's also these rabbits right here called Bobo. And these guys throw spears. And finally, I reached the first gym in the game. But in this game, it's called school. But if you played Pokemon, you'll call it a gym, I guess. For our shiny Yaoling, he has Discord Nitro. He has like an RGB spinning wheel on its face. I added him to the team. And as you can see, his attack and magic are both at 6 stars. And for the Feral Roar, it is dependent on magic stats. For the attack, it's for our basic attack. So I noticed that our Puffin has a really bad stats or attribute, but the talent is good, I guess. Anyways, let's stop talking about attributes, stats, and talent. Let's initiate the gym battle, fighting other trainers or Yaoling keepers. Anyways, during a battle with another Yaoling keeper, you can like use all the Yaolings in your party, depending maybe on the amount of Yaolings the enemy has. But sometimes if you are, I guess, lower level, you can only summon like fewer Yaolings compared to your enemies, or if you're higher level, maybe you can summon even more than your enemies. Can't really say that my Yaoling overpowered this one, but yeah, we're far stronger than they are. So for the next keeper, she has these frogs. They have like a leech strike, which attack our backside of the team. And our backside of the team are very squishy. As you can see, they easily took care of the HP of my team behind. I honestly thought that I would lose this one, but thankfully both our shiny Yaoling and our tank and Bungo were very strong. And we emerge victorious. And because we had trouble with that specific keeper, I decided to grind a bit outside the gym, defeating a lot of Bobo, a lot of those porcupine Yaolings, and those boar Yaolings. I then fought these dog-like Yaolings, and they have the ability to summon like mini wolves, and they're very annoying. Especially when there's a lot of them. They'll keep summoning wolves over and over. And as you can see, the battle ends once you have defeated all the summoners. Currently, my team consists of level 7 Yaolings. We're pretty strong now. Maybe we can handle the leader very easily. Also have like this good statted Yarak. Anyways, let's go and fight the leader of this school. And we initiate the battle. Let's go, we won. For the rewards, I got a legendary talent jade and then the token of nature, which is gonna be our badge. Anyways, for now, I had to go back and talk to Ling right here because I had a certain quest to like duel him, I guess. His Yaolings were, I think, level 1. They were very easy to beat. And every Yaoling he had like negative stats. I guess it was built to be defeated. As you can see, it's all dumb, dejected reefer, and easily defeated. The reward I got was a talisman that would instantly regenerate like 50% mana on our Yaoling. That's gonna be very helpful, especially to our healers, which can do like AoE heals. Anyways, I resumed my journey and I found another demon lurking in the forest. This thing was a level 6 Shadow Tail. It was honestly pretty strong. I'm just glad that I won that fight. I got a bunch of items from defeating that demon. Nothing really stood out from the reward, but I did get this talent jade that's called Rampage. Blinks behind an opponent upon kill. That's pretty cool. I gave this talent to my Bongo since he's always charging straight ahead. So if he ever manages to kill something, it will blink behind something nearby and also gives it lifesteal, 100% lifesteal for 6 seconds. I also had this talent called Backstab, which ignores like 30 defense. I also gave that to Bongo. Anyways, the grind continues as I progress through the map towards the next school or towards the next NPC that needs help. But I had to go home to a nearby altar first because I noticed that my Puffin or my Bunbo had the evolve button. So I evolved my Bunbo or Puffin into a Herbunny. This improves the stats as well as improves the skill effect. Like this one now has a luck increase by 50%. On my journey, I got a sudden visitor and she wanted to battle. This NPC is called Agu, another Yaoling keeper. She's on a journey to surpass her master and become a hero of her own story. Anyways, I went on and fought her. No one can beat our team. Let's go. I eventually came across this village right here called the Fluvia. I'm not sure. It's covered by my quest icon. And just near this village, there's a new type of Yaoling we encountered. They are cat archers. I don't know their name, but let's call them cat archers. I wanted to capture one on my own to add to the team, but I couldn't really find anything that had good talent. I also wanted to keep all my starting pals, the 4 pals we started with, so even if I didn't like their stats, I'm gonna suck it up and just keep using them. I also encountered these bats. They weren't really that hard. I guess I over-grinded, I guess. In the game, there are merchants that sell random stuff. Like this one here is selling some like an axe, clothes, and a hat. And I should really stylize my character. This village is actually called Fluvial, as the name of the clothes, Fluvial. Anyways, aside from the food recipes this guy has, I had no other interests. So I'm just gonna buy all the recipes and move on with my life. For now, I decided to teleport back to my village so we can start establishing the restaurant so we can eat food for the buffs. Each time you try to repair a house here, these 4 guys will be the man on the job. They will do their best to construct. Maybe except for this one guy right here who just does like squats with his hammer. Anyways, thanks to these 4 guys, we now have this restaurant right here where we can cook food to buff ourselves. There are various foods we'll encounter in the game, and for now, I think I'll eat this popcorn rice so we can move faster. Also tried the fishing game in this game, and I'm not really a fan of it. But I used up all the free bait I have received. I basically have like about 20 bait, so I'll be using that to fish some random stuff I'll find. Sometimes you can fish something like this, which the Yaolings are gonna fight you back after fishing them. So I caught one just to add to the collection, I guess. Resuming my journey, I encountered one of those leaping frogs. They are pretty strong, and I'm thinking of like getting one for the team. But only maybe if I can find like a good, talented one. Doing a lot of random explorations, I've been getting a bunch of talents which I can add to my Yaolings. And from the constant grind, the very first shiny we got has evolved into a Barktooth. Look at that shiny smile. And now his Feral Roar does a HP recovery of 20%. That's a very good addition. Like he's kind of like a good tank now, an offensive tank. Let's call him a bruiser. I really like this fish's icon. It's like doing a poggers. Anyways, we're currently at the School of Beasts. So it's time to fight this gym. So I initiated the battle on one of their keepers. It was honestly manageable, so I kept going. If you notice, my porcupine Yao, let's just call them Yao, I'm tired of saying Yaoling. My porcupine Yao has a talent that on the start of the battle, he will teleport at the back of the enemies. And yeah, it's called Grand Entrance, I believe. And lastly, let's fight the school leader. And we emerge victorious. I got the token of the beast as well as this jade called Intuition, which increases our critical chance by 20% and crit damage by 100%. That's a honestly amazing talent. only that, we also have the ability to activate Spirit Vision. This will help us look for materials much better. And also, enemies that are highlighted in green are shiny Yaolings. And after roaming around the place, I encountered my third demon. It's called the Green Hurl. I think this is the demonized version of the Raccoon. After defeating it, I got this talent called Anger Issue, which gains like 2 crit chance and some critical damage each time I'm hit. That's pretty good for a tanker. I of course added it to our tank. Ula. Resuming my journey and beating these random Yaolings, my rat assassin is ready to evolve. I immediately headed to the shrine and evolved it into a rat Zor. Nice. And a bit more grinding as well, my bongo evolved into a vagabond. For my next mission, I'm here to save a certain merchant. And this muzzle whack right here is actually a demon in disguise. And he wants to take our life. Well, he can try. That was honestly pretty easy since he was only level 4 and we're like more than like 10 and 11. Well, that's the end of him and we have saved the merchant. So, Choo Choo will be moving to our village and with her in the village, we can start purchasing items from her. Be it, I guess talismans, seeds, or anything that's useful. He also sells skills or talents that we can add to our Yaolings. The next one to evolve was our Loom, and she turned into a Lumina. You can actually erase talents in the game. There are things called the Amber Teardrop, which you can find, I guess, all over the map or in treasure chests or something. You can basically, by using this, you can erase a talent that your Yaoling has. Anyways, I encountered this crow-like Yaoling. It's like a ninja. And this one crow had like a leadership. It's a buff for the team. So I wanted him on the team. Continuing the grind, I discovered another demon guarding a chest. It's called Dread Paul. For the chest it was guarding, it's this thing called Siphon, which gains 100 mana on kill. I think it would be very good to put on assassin types. Anyways, the grind continues, of course. And after a bit of grinding, I went home and had these guys make the merchant house. And ta-da! We can now shop from the merchant. In this game, you need to level up shops in order for them to sell more or do more. Right now, it only sells like 3 pieces of talents. And that's not good. So I leveled up the shop to level 2 since I had the materials. Now she sells an epic talent called Ice Cold. This thing resets every day in the game. So yeah. I then assigned like 3 random Yaolings to work at the restaurant. So if you have Yaolings working in the restaurant, they actually have like wage, like daily income that you can get. As you can see, I picked like the wrong team to work at the restaurant because these guys are not getting any good wage. Next up, I went on a journey to save this gardener right here. She's currently surrounded by 3 demons. And we're kinda in a bad spot here. I don't think I can fight 3 demons at once. But thankfully, there was a demon hunter that came and saved our butt. She told me I can just fight one of them and she'll take care of the other 2. My Yao team is pretty strong right now, so they easily took care of the demon. Anyhow, after the fight, the demon hunter left. We have saved the gardener, who will be moving to our village as well. Continuing my journey, I found another demon. So of course, I fought it. Alright, we beat it. I basically just grinded for a while because I'm gonna face the very first demon lord we're gonna be fighting. And that'll be this guy right here doing some push-ups. And so I got up to him and then yeah, it's time to initiate the fight. That was honestly a very close fight. We only have like 2 remaining units. But that's only phase 1, by the way. So, phase 2, he releases his demonic powers. And so we initiate the fight again. I think that went way better than the first battle, because this time I was assisting more thoroughly. When you think it's the end, there's actually a third phase. His final form. A giant hand. I had to reposition all my Yaos because, as you can see, it has a unique type of battle system. And so, we begin the fight. And thankfully, we won. Let's go. So I acquired the item called Hand of the Heretic. Not only that, I did not really notice, but I got the baby form of the boss here. I did not notice at all. So if I noticed, like, when I was defeated this thing, I could have added him to the team. But yeah, I did not notice at all. Anyways, after leaving the boss area, I found yet another demon to fight. And after fighting that demon lord, this thing wasn't really on the level of being hard compared to that demon lord. Anyways, I went home and had my builders make the garden. Now we can do gardening tasks or stuff. For now, I continue my journey, grinding and fighting even more new yaos we haven't encountered yet. We have this beetle right here and these owls. We also fought another Terragaze. I think we already fought this one earlier. I think the very first demon we fought. Since it was only 12, we silly took care of it. Because right now, I have like level 20 yaos. And here we have a demon we haven't fought yet before called the Sedusa, level 14. I noticed that the weak point on my team is that whenever the backside dies, it's basically over for us. Because only the tankers will remain, or the bruisers. Also defeated another Dreadcrawl demon. So these demons are pretty nice to defeat because they're usually guarding a chest containing a talent. Or they give us like some star currency which we can use to buy more talents. Another demon right here called Mesmeroz. That was pretty hard, I guess. And then going to another area, we encountered the white-haired girl again. I guess you can say this is the rival in the game, which we always fight when she has like stronger yaos each time we meet her. But of course, our yaos are way stronger than hers. I eventually reached the School of Hunt, and I immediately challenged the school. But I got distracted by one of the side quests I have right here to rescue this person from this giant chicken or chick. This thing was a mecha bird. It wasn't really hard to beat, so I'm pretty happy that we can finish this quest as soon as we can, so we can continue with the School of Hunt. Now that we rescued the hunter, she will now reside at the village as well, and we can assign some Yaos there to do some hunting for us. So, continuing our fight with the School of Hunt's keepers, I initiated the battle again. And finally, here we fight the leader of the school. And we emerge victorious. For the rewards, we got this Elite Heritage, which decreases the required mana to cast a skill. Also, the Token of Hunt. I, of course, gave it to the healer, because the less mana she requires, the more she can heal. And our healer is pretty decent. Look at all these legendary and epic talents she has. The downside is her attribute is just a passive 3, but I guess that's enough. Fully balanced. So, I then built the Hunter's Hut. Then continued the grind for levels, as well as trying to get to the next area of interest, which would be either the quest or the... And look at this. I found myself a variation. It's not really a shiny, but a different colored Yao from the normal. So these things are pretty rare, so we need to catch it. But it's not like their stats are good. It's just like a different color. I then approach this dog. It's one of the merchants we need to rescue. He's currently being possessed, I guess, by a demon that he can't control. So it's time to fight this guy. And by defeating him, I think he can now control his inner demons. And he will be living in the village now. And what he can do is train our Yaos to level them up. And as I resume my journey, I encountered yet another demon called the More Metal. And of course, we defeated it because our Yao team is strong. We then encountered our rival again. So of course, like usual, we initiated the battle. After that battle with our rival, I already discovered the next school. For now, I grinded for a bit because the enemies in the area are pretty strong now. And after a long grind, we evolve our porcupine into a quill guard. I also bought some new clothes from the village, so I equipped them. I look kinda cool, I guess, with my sword and my armor. These two doesn't really do anything. It's just for style. I then had the training grounds built, so our wolf friend here would have his own station. So we need to pay up some star currency in order for this to work. And our Yaos will be training in order to gain levels. This is gonna be useful later on. Alright, so it's finally time to resume the gym or the school. The School of Insect. So I initiated the battle. And finally, the leader of the gym. I guess you could say I grinded too much because these guys were easy to beat. I then evolved my Crowlet into... drumroll, Fan Crow. I then went on another quest to rescue yet another merchant where we fought a level 16 demon. It's only a level 16 demon, so it shouldn't be that hard. Now that we rescued the merchant, she will be residing on her village as well. And while I was on the grind, I encountered a level 20 demon called Corcella. I was actually thinking I might lose there because she kept summoning her snakes, but thankfully we won. And then here we have another demon called Malvanic. He wasn't level 20 like Corcella, but yeah, he's trying his best. Alright, we defeated the boss. I discovered a shiny bolty, so of course I chased it down so I can battle with it and try to capture it. So, on the next agenda right now was to rescue this miner right here so we can have mining going on our base. He was currently being bullied or being slaved around by this crocodile right here, which is actually a demon in disguise. And so, it's time for battle. We got it. So we rescued the miner, and now he will be at our village as well. While just grinding on random Yaos, I encountered Toro, a Dark Star Apostle. So he was kinda hostile and he challenged me to a battle. I, of course, whooped his butt. After a long journey, I found this village called the Amethyst Village. Teleported back to my village and had the builders make the mining house. I then assigned 3 of my Yaos to work at the mine. Also, I had the villagers make the tavern. And with the tavern, we can actually buy Yaos here. And they have good stats. Just look at this one. 6-star on magic with its ice piercer. I wanted this so bad, so I had to sell a bunch of items and buy it. Sold a bunch of random stuff that I did not really need in order to fund myself the money I need to buy that Yao. Anyways, after all that shenanigans, it was time to fight the next demon lord. This was Sarah, Lord of Plague. I gave the new Yao a epic talent which has like 200 instant mana at the start of the battle. And it's proving very useful. He does the Ice Piercer at the start, which is great. And of course, let's not forget, phase 2. And not only that, there was phase 3 as well. And we have emerged victorious. I got a bunch of experience points from that. Let's go. Then had a trainer battle with this ninja right here. And most of his Yaos were like assassin types. So at the start of the battle, everything just teleported behind me. And I was like, that was pretty crazy and cool at the same time. Because look at all these things targeting our squishy backside. And resuming the journey, I fought this demon. This was Ombravix, a level 23 demon. But of course, we emerged victorious again. I then arrived to this place called the Snowpine Village. This place will be facing off snow types. And for the school in this place, it seems it's called the School of Force. For now, I decided to explore the area, see if there are any good treasures that I can find. And instead of treasure, I found a demon. But usually if there's a demon, there's usually a chest they're guarding. And so we fight Sinrudis, a level 24 archer demon. This demon was actually pretty strong. Thank God his or her skill was only like single target. And yes, there was a chest, as I assumed. And in the area, there was still another demon called Fiendsteed. So we fought this giant, I think, buffalo. Currently, my team is at around 20 to 26. And in this area, most of the Yaos are already like 25 and above. So we're slowly seeing a level gap. And see right here, we're fighting a level 25 demon. It's pretty scary considering that demons are really strong. But worry not, we have our talismans to save the day. Reward, we get another high spirit talent. This is very useful, honestly, if we want a Yao that can start with a skill at the very start of the fight. Another encounter with a demon. This one is called Infernus. And here we have Scarlap. It's the demonized version of the frog. So this is gonna be dangerous once he has his skill up. Honestly, I'm relieved that it's only level 20, or else our backside would suffer a lot. And found this jellyfish demon as well called Bisbloom. I'm just happy that our tank is doing a great job to survive. I then went home after that long grind and exploration to learn more about how to craft talismans. For now, my priorities were the healing talisman, the surge, the bless, and maybe some attack talisman, I guess. Currently, if you can see, I have a new member on our team. This guy, which I got from exploration, he had a really nice defense and HP stat. So he's gonna be one of our tankers. By that, I mean like the blue Yao we have. The one with the giant sword. Anyways, after a long grind and exploration, I finally went to the School of Force and fought all the keepers. And finally, the leader of the school. So once again, I think I grinded too much. For the reward, I got the Tyrant talent as well as a token of force. This Tyrant talent can give like 35% attack. I'm surely gonna put it on my bongo. I then rescued this ape-like human from this demon. We already fought a Sinver before, but anyways, here's the fight. And by defeating her, we now have saved this merchant. And he's the one who handles breeding. We can now hatch the eggs we have been discovering while journeying in this game. And also we can start mating our Yaos so they can make stronger babies. So I went home, had the builders make his breeding house. I have this much eggs from my journey so far, just 4 eggs. Hatching them wasn't really that long. For the first one, I got something like a Stinon. I don't think I have that yet because I never encountered it in my entire game life. Then we have a Lalans. These are things that, yeah, I never really encountered in the game. Also, I noticed that I've been collecting a lot of these experience crystals. So I used them on my bongo. Well, most of it. And now she's ready to evolve. So there are 2 paths my bongo can go, but there's actually just one since I don't have the Tempest Crystal. So I'll be evolving my bongo to a Harogue. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Because yeah, we don't have the Tempest Crystal. So now our Vagabond will turn into a Rogue. It has higher attack, HP, and magic now. Also, there's an additional effect on our Death Strike, which is the damage will be doubled if the target is isolated. Then our Raya, or the bunny, is now ready to evolve as well. I can actually evolve it into a demon, but I don't have the crystal as well. So we're just gonna evolve it into a floor bunny. I'm pretty happy that we're slowly strengthening our Yaos. So I'm continuing the grind right now. Currently, we're at an area where there's a predominant in fishes right here. Flying fish, I guess, because there's no water, I see. But yeah, as I say that, we're fighting an electric type for some reason. When I say there's a lot of fishes here, I just mean like, as you can see, it looks like an area filled with coral, crabs, fish, and penguin. For the next quest, we'll be helping this merchant right here called Dormy, the clothing vendor. Also, just checking out my quests, I have like 3 more demon lords to fight. And for the school, there's still a lot. The demon that was, I guess, inconvenienced the merchant that we're trying to help was this thing right here, the shark again. We already defeated it once. It's a level 25 version. So this thing wasn't really hard. Now that we have stronger Yaos, and also our ice attacks are really great. You saw him, how he froze a bit and slowed his attacks. It's amazing. The ice piercer thing. Now that we helped Dormy, she'll also be moving or making a store at our village. As I resumed my journey, I then encountered yet another Dark Star Apostle. And you know, the usual, we engage in a fight. And yep, we merge victorious. Now, our Lumina was ready to evolve. There was a dark version of this, which was this thing. It's a pretty selfish Yao, I guess, since it's doing lifesteal. So we're gonna be evolving it into an Lumina so it can heal our party. Also, I didn't have the crystal anyway, so I don't have a choice to just evolve her to Lumina. Now, for our next mission, we need to beat the School of Frost. And finally, the leader. For the rewards, I got a talent of Herald of Frost, which makes our basic attack into 50% Frost, as well as a token of Frost. Next is to defeat the Demon Lord of Ice. While I was on my way there, I found another demon called a Sirena. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Anyways, it's a mermaid demon, level 28. I also encountered this demon called Venumper. And while minding my own business, our rival appeared again to challenge us on a battle. And her Yaos are looking stronger than ever. But yeah, ours are still better, of course. And then fought another demon called the Raid Slash. I was pretty close to the Demon Lord now. Just a bit more fights and then we'll get there. Finally, we have arrived at the Demon Lord Istras, and I initiated the fight. And just like the previous Demon Lords, there's always a second and third phase. And finally, the third phase. That was honestly, I don't know, pretty scary, I guess. And look, our Bula or our giant cow can evolve now. So this is actually the time I realized that every time I beat a demon lord, I can get a level 1 version of their baby form. I never knew and I never used them. They were just in my Yaoling storage, I guess. You can call it storage. So I checked it out and I did have them. And they had like 4 stars on attributes and everything balanced. Damn, yes, I want the demon lords on my team. So I need to decide which 3 Yaos I need to remove on my party. Anyways, I evolved my backs into a rush horn. I then added the demon lords to my team. But I would need to give them some experience. I won't be using them in battle yet, but they'll be in the party so they can receive the experience points. Now that I have rescued all the merchants in the game, my sister then told me to visit this realm of mystery. There was a giant cat here. I think it's a cat. Yeah, it is a cat, right? The mysterious figure. So basically, he just told me that the Divine Jade Tree has saw my journey, complimented us, and also warned us about not entering the demon hold or something. I then received some gifts from my sister, a Grand Master robe and some Heartstone. Anyways, I wore the Grand Master robe with a lollipop, so we have some candy on our journey. For the Heartstone, you can claim it here at the Jade Tree statue. So this thing is like a gacha game where it gives you like random stuff. It can either be something that can level up your yaos or some talent, or maybe just items that you can sell to merchants for money. And while I was grinding, I found this talent called Perfection. And it says here that I will gain 1% HP, attack, magic, crit, healing, well, basically everything, depending on the research level of a certain Yao. Now, this is pretty cool, but I never really understood what this research level thingy was, so I haven't been using this at all. And as I continue my journey to the next school or to the next demon lord, I encountered this demon called Harlewat. It looks like a clown or a jester. I've been liking this demon lord's permafrost attack. It's so strong and it's very wide. It's especially good on a lot of enemies. So yeah, I've slowly been training all the demon lords on the team. Currently, I'm only using Femi since I leveled her up with the crystals. Once they reach level 20, maybe I'll swap out Yao and the current team. I need the worm because the worm has a skill to heal allies and it's very beneficial because as you can see, the enemies are starting to get stronger. We'll need like more healers on the team. I then encountered this level 35 demon. Like, holy, I'm starting to get under-leveled versus these guys. I did not want to grind anymore. I just wanted to progress. These are the current levels of my team. As you can see, it's not really high. Except for the Bongo, it's 39. Anyways, I have arrived at the School of Blades. It's time to face them. And finally, we have their leader. For the rewards, he gave me a talent for trance, which increases the attack speed each time an attack is done up to 120%, as well as the token of blades. Our next target is the School of Iron. It's just nearby. And upon arriving, I immediately fought the keepers in the area. And finally, the leader of the School of Iron. The reward, I got a talent for Indomitable. I am immune for 8 seconds after being killed. I guess killed. I mean like lowered to 1 HP. And also the Token of Iron. Anyways, there were still a couple of schools to go. About 5 more schools to defeat and 2 more Demon Lords. And then we will have beaten the game by then. So of course, I grinded some more along the way, fighting a bunch of random Yaos I encountered. And then, once again, we've encountered our rival, and it's time to battle and see who is the best. Let me just say, I really like the Demon Lord of Fire. The Ring of Fire attack looks so cool. I then encountered this level 37 demon called Nixa. For this fight, it went really easy because Nixa is a healer. So all she can really do with her skill is heal herself. Aside from that, she basically does nothing but normal attacks. And after Femi reached level 30, I can now evolve her. And she evolved into Gali. I don't think anything changed from the permafrost aside from a short increase in damage. But well, I'm happy to see an improvement in the stats. Alright, we have arrived at the School of Maple. So it's now time to challenge this place and see who's the best. And here we have their leader. Alright. I think about 4 more schools if I'm not wrong. Did I count wrong? For the reward, I got a token as usual and a Herald of Flame talent. So before I headed to the next school, I decided to explore the area first and found myself a level 40 demon right here, an Araklum. We were victorious once more. I guess even a level 40 demon is still easy for now. And here's another level 40 demon called the Samaramp. This guy was pretty tough, I guess, since he like attacked our backside. And I went by to a nearby altar to evolve our baby Fire Lord or Fire Demon Lord. So this Tifer evolved into Tigrant. Up, I finally arrived at the School of Thunder and challenged all the keepers. And finally, we have the leader fight here. For our rewards, we got the Herald of Lightning talent as well as the Token of Thunder. For now, before we head to the next school, we need to defeat the Demon Lord of Lightning or Thunder. So also, the Plague Demon Lord reached level 30, so it's time to evolve him into a Scalix. Feeling pretty confident, I just rushed in towards where the Demon Lord was, and I noticed that the monsters here were level 45 now. We were facing the level 45 Demon Lord called Feathermouth. Still currently manageable, I guess. So the grind continues as I head towards the Demon Lord of Thunder. I also fought a level 50 demon here called Wukong. It's level 50, so I'm expecting this to be kind of hard. I honestly don't know how I won there, but I'm just so happy that I defeated this level 50 demon. Currently, my highest level character is Bungo, level 41. Aside from that, I can feel the level gap now. Everything was getting stronger. I really needed to grind. For now, I went home so I can craft even more talismans to use in battle, like Surge, Bless, and Heal. I also bought this Jellyfish Reaper with a really good attribute. Look at this defense and HP. But everything else is like 5 stars. This is crazy. I'm buying this thing for sure. I then use most of my crystalline shards on it so it can power level, I guess. So it can keep evolving it to its final form. could have evolved this into its demon variant, but I didn't have the crystal or item to evolve it to that demon variant. Anyways, 3 more schools and 2 more demon lords. It was now time to face the demon lord of lightning or thunder. And then we have his second form. And finally, the third and last phase. I almost lost that one. Holy. But look at the amount of experience we got. Our Luen is ready to evolve. Also our Spode. I of course added the new Demon Lord to our team. For Spode, this is its demon variant, but since I don't have the crystal and I don't really like how it looks, I'm just gonna evolve him into this Love Fang right here. For our Luen though, I'm gonna evolve her into a Cerudus, Sinrudus. Since the skill has a crowd control effect which can freeze the enemy for 3 seconds, isn't that amazing? And thank God I have the material for it. Also, this is what the demon evolution looked like. It's a red light. And now we have a Senrudus. Now look at it in action. Diamond Piercer. It's frozen for 3 seconds. It's gonna be very useful against bosses, not the regular monster. On my journey towards the next goal, I encountered a level 40 demon. It was a Vixtress. We've faced harder monsters than this, so this was pretty easy. And after some grind and feeding this thing with crystals, I evolved our Thunderlord into a Lyroton. For the school here, it is the School of Shields. And of course, I immediately challenged them, not even considering the level gap. I believe in our Yaos will achieve victory. And finally, their leader. Alright, so they seem to be slowly getting stronger now. So I'm kind of scared of the next school. For the reward, I got the Ingenious Talent and the Shield token. For now, I decided to go home and train some of my Yaos, basically the Demon Lords, so they can level up some more. One of my focus as well was our highest DPS freezing character, Luin, or the one that we evolved into a demon, the Sinrodis. So while waiting for this, guys, I just AFK'd for like 30 minutes playing something else. And finally, their training was over. It was now time to head over to the next school. On the way, I was blocked by a level 54 demon here called the Doomhorn. So of course, we engaged in battle. Then I found another demon to fight called the Stiggy Fang. And then another one right here called Doom Doom. On this new area, I noticed that most of the enemies now are like level 50 plus. So everyone is like very strong in this place. So as much as possible, I guess I should try grinding to strengthen ourselves. While just looking around, I found this level 58 demon called the Enchantress. And finally, I reached the School of Shadow. So let the fight begin. And finally, we have the leader here. For the reward, I got the talent of Herald of Wind and Token of Shadow. Now, we're just down to our last school and the last Demon Lord. And then we have beaten the game. So, we're currently at the end game now. Just 2 more things to do. And good thing they're just beside each other, I guess. And for this area, most of the monsters, as you can see, are 54 and 62 and above. They're crazy. They're pretty tanky now, as you can see here. I'm even spamming some of my AoE talisman, which I did not use properly because I mostly missed, I guess. Finally, our rush horn is ready to evolve. I've been thinking of making it into a doom horn, but at the same time, it wasn't as appealing to me as the normal one, which is a quake horn. Also, for the sake of the thumbnail, I wanted the quake horn. So I evolved it to a quake horn. Let's go. While on the way to the last school, I encountered a level 65 demon called the Canitrus. Honestly, these demons are getting really strong. It's scary. But as you can see, most of our Yaos are already 50. Just one more level 49 and everything is 50 plus. And while exploring around, I also found this level 67 Necro Seal. The way I counter the level difference is basically me using the talismans in order to assist my Yaos. Anyways, after reaching the School of Prophecy, I immediately started the battles against the Keepers. And finally, we have their leader right here. That was honestly pretty easy, I guess, compared to like the other schools we faced before. For the reward, I got a talent called a Rewind. When HP drops below 30 for the first time, our character will blink to the backside and heal about 30%. Also, the Token of Prophecy. And with this, we have defeated all the schools. So, there's only one thing left to do. Defeat the Lord of Destruction, the final and the last Demon Lord. For now, I went home for preparation, and also I used up most of my crystals to level up my Yao. Basically, currently the strongest Yao I have is Femi right here, since she can cast the Permafrost straight at the start of the battle. So I mostly use all my resources to Femi. So it seems like for the Demon Lords at level 60, we can evolve them to their final form. So I evolved Femi into the Ninetales, and honestly, I regret this choice. Because the Ninetales is mostly for like random group attacks, while the original version is for like a singular attack that deals like a lot of damage. But oh well, I chose the wrong thing. But anyways, we'll keep using this anyways. So I grinded my way towards the Demon Lord. As you can see, my Femi might be looking quite strong with all those spamming frost attack. But I swear, I still would like a singular attack that has like a lot of burst in this thing. Well, on the way, I encountered this demon called Tyrakal. On the way to the last remaining Demon Lord, there were a bunch of chests just outside which contained a lot of crystals. So of course, I used it on one of my Demon Lords as well. I mainly focus on making my Hobo or the Fire Demon Lord to 60. Before actually evolving Hobo, I triggered the cutscene event. So this is the Lord of Destruction. For now, I teleported to the nearest shrine so I can evolve Hobo. I'm not really a fan of the way this other tiger looks, so I think I'll just evolve it into the regular one. And now we have Kanger. I then headed straight to the Demon Lord for our final battle. Oh my god, this guy was pretty strong and that's still phase 1. So now it's time for phase 2. It's crazy how I'm still alive at this point. Alright, final phase. I swear to God, he's like 1 HP left to death. And I lost. I hate it. I need to level up my Yaos first before I attempt this again. I have a lot of stars. The best thing I can do right now was train them to level 60 at the training area. And that's what I did. Yeah. I totally forgot that I can actually level this up. So I maximize this facility so I can train even more of my Yaos. My goal is basically to just make everything 60 and then face the last Demon Lord again. And so the waiting game begins. After going AFK for a bit, it's now ready to be trained again. Almost level 60 on everyone. And as you can see, I have spent all of my stars already. But everyone is like maximum experience level 59. The training can't seem to go beyond 59. So I'll need to kill a monster so I can make them all 60. I also unlocked this talisman called the Polymorph. And what it does is it will turn your enemy into a bunny that is pretty harmless. Anyways, I evolved 2 of my remaining Demon Lords. For the Lightning Demon Lord, I evolved him into its demonic form. And for the Lord of Plague, I evolved him into its normal form because the demon form doesn't really heal. Only the normal form does. Spoiler alert, I actually lost again. But on this next fight, I had a different strategy. I will be more alert on how I use my talisman, as well as I remove my Demon Lord of Ice because it was pretty useless because it's AoE, or the skill is now AoE that randomly hits or tries to hit. Anyways, let's just skip to the third phase since you already saw how I defeated the first two phases. Actually won because I added like Indomitable on my Tusk or Spode, and also my Luen has that invulnerability for 8 seconds as well. They were the MVP on this fight. When the boss did its like, you know, kill all skill. Anyways, we have defeated the final and last Demon Lord. Let's go. I then talked to Keja right here. I told him how I defeated all of the Demon Lords. He then rewarded me with a Demon Hunter cloak. Wow. I of course wore it. I then spoke to Master Hong Fu, and he was happy to hear a lot of stories about me and how I defeated the schools, how I defeated the Demon Lords. So yeah, the schools have united because of me, he said. Anyways, this is about it for the entire content of the game. That's the only quest I have. I have no more other missions or quests remaining. Thank you guys for watching my 100 days in Yaoling Mythical Journeys. Hope you guys enjoyed your stay here. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. So yeah, bye guys. Thank you.